First exercise done, I did pyramid up and pyramid down with the lat prayers at 20 for 30, 40 for 20, 60 for 20, 80 for 10, and 60, I lost count, somewhere around 15, and then 40 pounds for around 20, and then 20 pounds for around 30.
More simple. I don't know exactly what the category names are.
I think overall, in the end, it'll be fascism, Marxism. But that's not the way it's going to be presented.
Right, and what's frustrating about
Growth
that?
and degrowth.
Yeah, what's frustrating? That's interesting because what's frustrating to trying to explain all this stuff over the years. It often went to the train track analogy
Yes.
with the
Yes.
European left
Yes.
and right.
Yes.
And it's always confusing to Americans because it's not a traditional American left and right situation. But I think people can feel a realignment going on. A lot of the things that were kind of together at one point are now not. And when you look at this sort of split, I look at it and I see things that I like on both sides and things that I hate on both sides.
Correct.
And so
AI and job loss is going to be the catalyst. That's the thing. You just saw the first little tremor today. Amazon, letting go 30,000 people. That's the beginning. When people start to lose their jobs en masse, this split is going to become very, very important.
And I don't know, maybe we're going to talk about it more in depth later on, but the thing that sort of caused us discussing this today was a story about Bill Gates, where he was talking about, global warming, maybe it's not so catastrophic. What? That's the guy who's been pitching this the entire time.
Billions of dollars.
Right. And maybe it's not that big a deal. And it seems like that global warming, that global warming attitude, right, can line up well with some of those people, right? And
so why is that? Why is that all of a sudden? Why is global warming not so popular with all those very, 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 very wealthy and powerful people?
because they want server farms.
They want server farms.
They need energy.
It was not good enough for you to just need heat in your house to build a nuclear power plant.
Right.
But the minute we started talking about the need for server farms for these giant corporations, all of a sudden, oh, we're going to take all the regulations off of nuclear power plants. It's the safest energy in the world.
So for a very long time, those people like Bill Gates, those big business guys, were very much aligned with the global warming people. And is there a split there now? Like we're like a Gates who is saying we need the AI, we need the infrastructure. Yes. They're going to have a split with those people who are like, you know, global warming types, traditional.
Dangerous split.
This is Glenn Beck.
Real estate is one of those things that looks simple from a distance. You know, you see a sign, you know, go up, and you see a sign come down, and somewhere in the middle, family moves. But anyone who's actually been through the process knows it is almost never that simple. There are thousands of little moments along the way. The inspection that comes back with all of the surprises, the offer that's just a hair too low, the timeline that tightens when you don't expect it to. And in those moments, the person who stands next to you matters more than anything. That's why I want you to check out Real Estate Agents I Trust. They don't just end up with somebody who knows the market. Instead, end up with somebody who cares about your outcome, somebody who sees your home as the place where you put up your Christmas tree or watch your kids grow up, take your next step in life. This is my company, and we make sure the agents that we deal with are the real deal. We vet these guys over and over and over again, and we only take the number of people that we can actually monitor and watch. We watch every single transaction that goes through. We check with the people who are, you know, hiring these real estate agents. We watch them like hawks. None of them work for me. We just recommend the best in the business. RealestateAgentsITrust.com. Find the one near you. It's a free service. Just let us know where you're moving to and from. RealestateAgentsITrust.com.
Head over to glennbeck.com. Get details on the torch, everything that's happening in the newsletter at glennbeck.com.
The military creates a set of unique challenges that most people don't recognize. These invisible wounds too often lead to isolation, addiction, and suicide. TWJ prepares our warriors for their time in the military and beyond. The Warriors Journey has built a team of veterans to provide real-time crisis intervention, and our individualized approach to intervention is always confidential and focused on navigating the available help and resources provided by our 92-plus partner organizations. For more information, please contact us at twj.org.
Happy Tuesday. Today's going to be another cloudy day like it was yesterday. However, today we're going to find rain in the afternoon, beginning around 3 or 4 p.m. in Springfield. Rain chances high to hit at 100% this afternoon and tonight. Very windy on Wednesday. For Ozarks First, I'm meteorologist Tom Schmidt.
This weather report on 104.1 KSGF is sponsored by All About Trees.
All About Trees is caring for Springfield's urban forest, one tree at a time. Find us at allaboutTrees.com. Healthy soil makes healthy trees. Hi, this is Noel at All About Trees. The dormant season is a great time to let the arborists at All About Trees reinvigorate the soil around your valuable trees. We use a special air spade tool to loosen compacted soil and add organic material, giving your tree's roots easy access to nutrients and oxygen. The result is healthier, happier, stronger trees. Let All About Trees care for the soil in your part of Springfield's urban forest, one tree at a time.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be, kept good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Mall's chili. Dang. That one little laugh does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected. 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms to apply.
Guys, remember boys-only clubhouses? No girls allowed! Yeah, we still do it. Cigar lounges, man caves, gun stores and ranges. But the girls are onto us. Yeah, they know how awesome guns are and how fun it is to shoot them. And Sound of Freedom welcomes that. It's like guys' night at the bowling alley. It's great, but you're not going to be annoyed when the lane next to you is a bunch of hot chicks. It's the same thing at Sound of Freedom. And they're probably going to be better shots than you. Sound of Freedom. It's time to pull the trigger. SOF-USA.com.
This hour of Glenn Beck is brought to you by Sound of Freedom. No need to wait on ammo. Sound of Freedom is fully stocked now. Visit.
We need power plants, I'll tell you that right now. Why? You know who Bill Gates' partner is? OpenAI. ChatGPT. Hey, that's his partner. So we know why he's off this bandwagon, because they're struggling right now to find enough electricity for what they're currently running, let alone the next generation of systems. You have Google, Meta, Amazon that are buying up land in next to every major substation that they can find because they know what's coming. But wait a minute, they're building it near substations. Wait, hold on. Are you taking the power from my home? In many cases, yes. Listen to this. This is from the International Energy Agency. This is something they just released. Global data center power will double by the end of 2026. That is equivalent to adding another Japan to our energy demand. Okay? Another Japan. And that's just for computers and server farms. Adding Japan. What are we building to be able to serve that? Not enough. Ireland has just begun restricting the new data centers. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to restrict them, and it's going to leave you in the past. Now, maybe you want to be left in the past, and that's what that chalkboard is about. Maybe you want to be left in the past, but Ireland has just said, no more server farms, we can't do it. Parts of the Netherlands, Singapore, Sweden, they are freezing construction now on all server farms because their grids can't handle the demand already. Tokyo's grid is so strained by the server farms that they have blackouts have already occurred in Tokyo during peak hours. China, which is building a new coal-fired plant, every week is rationing power to factories so they can keep the AI data hubs running. So what happens when we shut down coal and stall nuclear and depend on sunshine and windmills? What happens? Who's powering the cloud? PJM, this is Mid-Atlantic Grid, PJM.
All right, neutral grip, rope pull-ups with about 20 seconds rest between sets. Body weight, I did 10, I think I did 10, and 8 and 8. I lost count.
Problem. Believe it or not, by the end of 2026, everybody will be very well aware of what energy is costing them and what server farms are doing to the stability of our grid. Unless people act right now, and you know, it's one thing to act at the federal level, this has to be at your local level. And quite honestly, I want the energy in Texas. I do not want to ship our energy someplace else for somebody else's server farm if they're not pulling their own weight on electricity. Because Texas is going to have server farms out the wazoo. We are building the power plants. We're not building them fast enough, but we are building them. And until we know our population, which is growing exponentially, our population can have the power they need to live, survive, and work. And the server farms that we are building, they have their power as well. There shouldn't be 1 kilowatt that is going across our border, especially to states who are green. But this one's going to be up to you. All right, back in just a second. Simply Safe. Imagine a night when the wind is howling hard enough to move the trees and the world outside your windows just feels a little less certain than it did earlier in the day, and you hear something outside. Maybe it's a branch, maybe something else. You don't know. You feel your shoulders tense up. That's when the motion sensor clicks on, and the camera captures the image. The system that knows what to do before you even have to think about it. And it's not just motion, because lots of things could be moving in your yard. Is it a human figure? Is it somebody that shouldn't be there? Get rid of all of that uncertainty. Simply Safe is built for moments exactly like that. Not dramatic movie moments, but real life moments. A door that shouldn't be open, a window that is opening, that creaks, a shadow moving where it shouldn't be. The monitoring of Simply Safe is 24/7 expert responders that are monitoring it. It's a network of sensors that are always awake even when you're asleep. And it's security that doesn't wait for you to panic before it takes action, because a home should feel like, a place where the worst case scenarios never get very far. Stormy nights or any kind of night, that kind of confidence matters more than ever before with Simply Safe. SimplySafe.com/Beck. Claim 50% off your new system today. SimplySafe.com/Beck. There is no safe like Simply Safe.
Teach your kids right. Shoot, we know schools won't do it for you. This is Glenn Beck.
The home of Nick Reed. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on Springfield's Talk 104.1.
Other law firms turned your case down. Maybe they didn't think you had a key. Maybe they just didn't want to spend the money to investigate. Truth is, some firms don't have the resources to fund a big fight. Alexander Chenara, trial attorneys. We won't back down. We investigate, we fund. It won't cost you a dime until we win. 877-222-6666 or go to Chenara.com. Alexander Chenara, trial attorneys. We don't settle, we win.
The choice of lawyers. Important decisions should not be based solely on advertised task results. Do not guarantee future outcomes. Every case is different. Luke James, licensed attorney in Missouri, is responsible for legal lives located in 117 West 20th Street, Suite 201, City, Missouri 641.
With recent sharp increases in government spending and a U.S. budget deficit in the trillions of dollars, it's no secret that tax increases may be in our future. Inadequate tax planning could derail your quality of life in retirement. Floyd Financial Group in Springfield knows this. That's why accounting for tax increases is a big part of the retirement plans they build. They're looking forward in your tax future to find opportunities to reduce your taxes wherever possible. Wouldn't you like to know that you're not overpaying on taxes? If you'd like to talk about a retirement plan that could last 30 plus years and includes a tax minimization strategy, call for your no cost, no obligation, no judgment financial review at 417-889-7233. That's 417-889-7233 or request it online at floydfinancialgroup.com. That's floydfinancialgroup.com.
Financial planning offered through Floyd Financial Group LLC, an investment advisor registered in the state of Missouri.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the famous Rainbow rode in.
The controllers among them. The rally continues on Wall Street this hour. The Dow is up 299 points. The Nasdaq ahead 61, and the S&P trading 8 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly, and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice is get the facts. Call me, and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley
They think
now
it's
for
funny.
your free
They want it
exit
to
info
happen.
kit.
So
800-762-6565.
they would be like, look, all these people, they don't realize shit out here just begging to get eaten. It's just going to hurt the people in there.
They've actually come out and said, yeah, it's going to hurt a lot.
It ain't going to hurt us. It's going to hurt us in town.
For my family, for my wife, and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
1041 KSGF FM, Astro Springfield, and 1260 AM KSGF Springfield.
Good day.
What you doing?
First News. I'm Mike
What's
Landry.
your name?
The city of
Father
Williamson is in order to pay a $30
Yeah, they
million
didn't even hear you when you pulled up.
Are you using the 20?
McKinney County jury.
Yeah,
ruled in
oh,
favor
no,
of
I'm
Cushman
not.
Properties, LLC.
I have 10s. I
The
thought I
company
was using
filed
them
suit
right now.
claiming the city failed
I
to provide
guess I'm
adequate
not.
water service to its property along Route 376. According to the filing, the agreement was made in exchange for Cushman selling waterfront property needed to build Branson Landing. Well, the city tells us
A public figure, a husband, a father, is now suing Google and Google AI because it fabricated entire stories about him for 2 solid years.